Hi, I'm Robin Bensley. Welcome to Chow Time. These are dried lavender buds. Now, of course, they're used to scent perfumes and soaps and to scent your underwear drawer, but in the culinary world, they also have great use. It's just a really interesting ingredient to work with. Dried lavender is most associated with the cooking of southern France. In fact, it is an ingredient in herbes de Provence. And they also use it with meats and fishes, and they use it in soups and stews. It's also grown a lot in England. In fact, Queen Elizabeth I always had to have a jar of lavender honey on the table, and she also liked to drink lavender tea. Well, I have a very special way to use this lavender. The first thing I'm going to do is make my white chocolate cake. I have made this cake a million times because it is so moist that you can pick up a bite of it with the back of your fork. And it's not made from scratch, it's kind of a cheater's cake, but I like it anyway. So I'm going to take a box of white cake mix, just dump that in my food processor. Along with a small box of instant Jell-O, not the kind that you cook. And this flavor happens to be white chocolate, but you can also use French vanilla or vanilla. And we'll add that. And then 1 cup of mayonnaise. I know it seems like a weird ingredient, but this will give it so much moisture. It's a great thing to put in cakes. We'll add a cup of water and 3 eggs. And then we just whirl those ingredients together in the food processor. Okay, I'm going to give it a little scrape. And add one more thing. 1 cup of white chocolate chips. And we blend those in very quickly. There you go. Bring it over here and put it in a prepared pan, a little butter and a little flour. It's just amazing. It's only 6 ingredients, and it's just one heck of a cake. Spread it around. And do not be tempted to lick the spatula because there are raw eggs in it. This goes in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. While the cake is baking, I'm going to work with my lavender. I have a 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of these lavender buds. We're going to bring that to a boil, and when it boils, we want to steep it. Now, lavender is very potent stuff, and the biggest mistake you can make when using lavender in food is to use too much of it, because then your food tastes like soap. Turn it off, cover it, and we're just going to let that steep for about 20 minutes to a 1/2 hour. Okay, now I'm going to strain those lavender buds from the cream Oh, it smells really nice. It almost has a little bit of a minty smell to it, maybe with a little lemon. So let's strain it because we want to discard the buds. Oh, that's perfect. Perfectly done. Now remember, you have to let it cool down completely before you frost it, so now would be a great time to make the lavender frosting. And I'm going to make a fairly simple buttercream. I'm putting in a stick, half a cup of unsalted butter, sweet butter. And I'm going to add 2 cups of powdered sugar. We'll just blend that. Now I want to add just a squeeze of lemon, about a teaspoon's worth, because lemon and lavender make the perfect companions. Okay, now with the motor running, I'm going to drizzle in the lavender cream until it's the perfect consistency. You may not use all of the cream, but let's check it out. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I'm going to leave it right like that. Now, because you can't tell by looking at it that it's lavender frosting, a little food coloring comes in handy. So try 1 or 2 drops each of red and blue to make purple. Let's try this. Okay, that's a little too pale lavender for me, so a couple more drops of blue, a couple more drops of red. Now let's check it out. Oh, that's the perfect color. Your leftover lavender cream, put a splash of that in your coffee. Now I like to make this as a single layer cake because the cake itself is very rich and the frosting is very unique. So I think a single layer cake is perfect on this. And look at that color. There. Wow. A white chocolate cake with lavender frosting. You know, a cake this elegant needs a little decoration. And you can probably come up with a better idea than me, but I like to take almond slices and make a little pinwheel of them so they kind of look like little flowers. Like that. Put about 5 for each. And I'm just going to take one little pod, one little lavender bud, and put it in the middle. And I'm just going to put a few flowers on this cake. So beautiful, I hate to break into it. Here goes. That's unbelievable. The lavender frosting is so unique and so different. And by the way, I was thinking, you know how Cleopatra seduced Julius Caesar? She took baths in lavender. Just a thought.